I want to talk for a second about some of the potential positives of the whole situation we're going through. I know there are a lot of negatives. I don't want to diminish in any way the suffering that people are going through and will go through, especially due to evictions and not having enough money and all kinds of things. That's terrible. I don't want to diminish that at all. But what I do want to talk about is that we are really getting a lesson in values. Our society has basically lost its soul to the idea that a new iPhone was happiness, and that a lot of material things and accomplishment and a lot of those things are what make life worth living. And on the other hand, we have been living in an increasingly alienated society where people are more likely to talk to people on the internet than actually hang out with friends. Not being able to do that, I think, is going to really bring home to a lot of people that, you know what, human relationships, actual, in-person, sitting at a table together, human relationships are one of the most important things in life. So I think we're going to have a value reset that way. Another aspect is we've had a society that's been totally destructive of nature and the environment. And sad that it takes this, but in a lot of ways, the planet is getting a needed respite from being raped and pillaged just so we can throw things in the garbage and buy the latest gadget that's a very marginal upscale from the previous model of the gadget, iPhone, for example. So there are some things, essentially, every person needs to look for whatever positive they can draw in their own lives from the situation, what they can learn, and what real human happiness is based on, which, of course, you need a basic level of material goods, you need a roof, you need food, all those things, of course. But you don't need a 26-room mansion. You don't need the latest iPhone. The truth is, you can use a $100 smartphone. You can buy clothes at Goodwill. You can cook your own food. You can do all those things and have a perfectly good life if you have good human relationships, if you have a sense of meaning and purpose in your life, which very often comes from serving other people and expressing your gifts in the world, whether that's gardening or writing poetry or building something in your wood shop, whatever it is. But the real things in life don't cost a lot of money. And so I think the phrase Great Reset is being used, and very often a lot of conspiratorial people have seized on that, and there may be truth to their ideas. But in this sense, we're having a values reset. And I think we need that. And I also want to say that we've been very ecologically destructive. And the massive decrease in consumption, sad though the reasons for it are, but the massive decrease in consumption is a good thing for the earth. It's a good thing for climate change. And in many ways is something that we needed to do but refused to do. It's sad that this is the only way we're doing it. So, bottom line of all this is, in any given person's life, of course you have practical issues you have to deal with. Yes, how am I going to keep a roof over my head, food on my table, feed my children, all those things? Absolutely, of course. But beyond all that, just for a moment, try and find what you can learn and how you can grow from these challenges. When you get lemons, make lemonade. Good luck to everyone. Over and out.